Hello, my name is Martin Chuck. I'm a PGA member. I've been teaching golf for 20 years, and I'm here to introduce to you the Tour Striker Training Club. This is a golf club training device that I've developed to help you understand the elusive ability of proper contact with a golf ball. Very, very few, less than 1% of golfers really strike the golf ball properly. Of course, you know those players as your club champion at your golf club, or the better amateurs in the state, or the PGA Tour players, LPGA as well. What they do differently from most golfers, 99% of you, is that they take an address condition and they deliver it to an impact condition. And why does that seem so hard and why is that so elusive? Well, it all happens in the blink of an eye. A normal golf stroke is over in 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds if you're really slow. And what people don't realize is that it's not about taking your golf club from an address condition and returning it to an address condition. It's about taking it from address, stressing that shaft with a pivot, and returning it to impact. And what I've created in this training club is an intuitive way for you to teach yourself how to do that. This tool, just by looking at it, you'll see that there's an elevated leading edge, very different from your normal golf club. It wants you to take the shaft, lean it forward so that you can get this elevated leading edge underneath the center of the golf ball to create lift. Now, most of you, when you play golf, you're trying to make the golf ball go up. With this golf club, you'll know that that won't work. There's such a rounded face at the bottom of this tool that it doesn't make any sense to try to help the club up in the air. It only makes sense to try to lean the shaft forward on the golf ball. As an example, I'll hit a couple for you. Now, to make this tool effective, we have to be on firm, tightly mown fairways as opposed to fluffy grass. Now, I know most of you out there like the golf ball to be perched on a tee or up in fluffy grass. With this tool, if I deliver this tool with my address condition, I'm going to roll it along the ground into this nasty grass ahead of me. If I hit it with a forward shaft lean, the golf ball will be elevated and go down the fairway. Now, this club is designed as an 8-iron. It can be utilized around the green to enhance a chip stroke by putting the shaft in line with the left arm, leaving it in this condition, which changes that elevated leading edge, getting it closer to the ground. And if we leave this here and pivot, the ball will go up in the air. For better players that really want to work on their ball striking, we can use an impact board. This is nothing more than high density plastic, and from here there's really no room between the golf ball and the ground. This makes most amateurs very nervous. So there's a nicely struck shot off of a surface where there's absolutely no room between the ground and the ball. Now, I know amateurs love the ball on the tee versus on the ground because they feel like they can get underneath it, okay? That is what we have to get away from. If you're going to actually be a tour striker and you're going to hit really solid iron shots and really long drives, you have to understand that we're never trying to get underneath the golf ball. We're always trying to hit the golf ball with a descending blow to utilize the lever length of our left arm and golf shaft combined. If we try to get underneath the golf ball, inevitably we throw the club head past our hands, which breaks down this lever length and reduces the power of this lever just to the length of the golf club. So it's not really about swinging hard, as you very well know, because I'm sure you've hit some great shots swinging easy, because when you have swung easy and hit great shots, the magic's happened. You've created the lever, you've taken the tool and you've put it in the right place. Well, I've designed this club to make that way more intuitive and easier for you to learn. So the key with the Tour Striker Training Club is just to understand the design. If you can get the leading edge of this tool closer to the ground, it will get under the equator of the golf ball and you will get lift. You can teach yourself that chipping, pitching, and finally into full swings like I just demonstrated. So it's very, very vital to understand this club head and how it works, because once you can do that, you can easily transfer that feeling over to the other irons in your set. So I'm going to hit a shot for you with the Tour Striker. Trying to get the leading edge of this club as close to the ground as I can. Okay, the result was pretty solid. Good shot down the center. When you're working with this tool, it's really simple, and like I said earlier, it's very intuitive to teach yourself how this works. You've probably played golf your whole life trying to get underneath the golf ball, trying to lift the golf ball up in the air. I can't say enough how that is the wrong intention to play good golf. In fact, it's the exact opposite to that. When you think about other sports, baseball, when you hit the baseball, the bat is behind the hands. It's not flicked past the hands. In tennis, when you hit a forehand, the shaft is in essence behind the hands. It's not flicked past the hands. And the same with most stick sports, even hockey. Well, in golf, for some reason, since the golf ball sits on the ground, people play their entire lives trying to make it go up in the air. And in doing so, trying to scoop it, you could see I topped it. Now, all your friends are going to say, well, you lifted your head. But if you roll back on that tape, you're going to clearly see that it did not lift my head. Why did I top the golf ball? And what is the mystery with topping shots? Everybody says, well, you lift it up. And a lot of times you might see a lift up motion, but that's easily answered. The lift up motion is because instead of trying to get this leading edge closer to the ground, getting you in a position where the shaft's forward leaning to where you can strike down on the golf ball, the lift up motion happens because you have tried to throw the golf club to get underneath the golf ball. You're going to run into the ground well behind the golf ball, so you tell your body to get up out of the way. So your well-meaning friend says, hey, you've lifted your head, but the reality is you just had the wrong intention on striking the golf ball. So lifting your head is just something that is coupled with the wrong intention. The Tour Striker Training Club will give you the intuitive reason not to do that. You will learn how to strike down on the golf ball. That's the reason great players hit it so far, because they have the same pivot speed you do by and large, maybe a little bit faster because they play so much golf, but they use the tool properly. They take this 8-iron and turn it into a 6-iron. They don't take the 8-iron and hit it with this loft. They strengthen it by hitting it with a forward shaft lean. Some players take an 8-iron and turn it into a lob wedge. That's why they hit it so high and short. We want to learn how to strengthen our golf clubs, how to apply the tool properly, how to apply force to the golf ball properly. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and thanks for purchasing the Tour Striker Training Club. I know with a little bit of practice you're going to greatly improve your golf game. And remember, it's meant to be struck off of tightly mown turf, or if you really want to test your skills, use a lie board. Thank you very much.